Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Students, in the chapter 5, geometrical optics, for grade 11 students, you have been started reflection. In the reflection, in last video you have been done what reflection in plane surfaces, right? Now in this video we are going to consider reflection in curved surfaces. Okay, in the reflection, when we learn about the reflection in the plane surfaces, right, by the reflection what we are going to learn here is, right, how the image is formed in the mirror, right, by the reflection what is the effect that can be seen, right, that is the image formation, right. There will be an image is going to be formed in the plane surfaces, right. How that image has been formed and how the reflection takes place when forming an image, right. At the same way, reflection in the curved surface is also, right, going to give us some images, right, by the reflection, the effect of the reflection, right. We are going to observe some images in different places, right, which is very different from the image that we obtain in the plane surfaces. Okay, right. We'll consider how the reflection takes place in the curved surfaces. First of all, we are going to introduce what is a curved surface, what are the curved surface that we are going to consider, right. You just think about a spherical glass, right, a plain glass, transparent glass which is spherical, right. I'll draw it like this, right. This is not a circle. You think that is a this is a spherical sphere, right, sphere bowl, glass bowl. Okay, we are going to paint mercury, right, inside this glass for a particular area, right. We consider like this area. We are going to apply the mercury inside the curve, and I am applying mercury outside the curve as well, right. Now think, this is the applied mercury, right. Therefore, this part, the outside, you are going to see a mirror like portion, right. It's going to appear like a mirror, right, because if you take a mirror, a plain mirror which is at your home, right, and you look at the back side of the mirror, right. At the back side you will see something has been applied, that is the mercury, right. The mercury has been applied because the mercury is very strict very strict application which will not allow the light to penetrate. Okay, therefore the outer surface of this curve, right, is going to be like mirror, and this part also going to like be mirror, right. Therefore here the dome side is the mirror, here the caved side is the mirror, right. Now we are calling this mirror as, this is a curved mirror, that also a curved mirror, right. We are going to consider the reflection in the curved surfaces. Therefore we are preparing two curved mirrors. The first curved mirror, this part, right, where the dome shape acting as a mirror, right, is known as convex mirror, right. The curved part, here you have, here it's acting as a mirror, right. Then this will be called as concave mirror, right. For both of these mirrors, right, for this curve, this is going to be the center, there will be a center, right. For this curve you have a center, that center is known as center of curvature, right. Note this down, center of curvature. Now if you consider the mirror, for the mirror there will be a midpoint, right, which is known as pole, right. There will be a midpoint which is known as pole, right. Now we are going to prepare some arrangements, right, which are going to help us to draw the ray diagrams, right, and those arrangements are very necessary to draw the ray diagrams and to understand the about the image, right, where that we are going to get the mirror image and the characteristics of the image, right, which has been formed in this curved mirror, right. Now if you consider this only this portion, by forgetting the sphere, now you are going to get a mirror which is shaped like this, right. One has been applied the mercury inside, the other one has been applied the mercury outside, right. One is known as convex, the second one is known as concave. Now if you connect the pole and the center of curvature, right, you are going to get a line which is go through the center and the pole, right, which is going to help us to draw the ray diagrams, right, which is known as principal axis. Principal axis, right. Then the main parts of the mirrors, right, has been shown here. Okay. The next part that you should know is the center point in between the pole and the center of curvature, right. The pole and the center of curvature, the center point, right, the center of the distance between the pole and the center of curvature, which is known as focus, right. Now look at these mirrors. For the convex mirror, focus and the center of curvature, right, are inside behind the mirror, right. But for the concave mirror, center of curvature and the focus are in front of this mirror, right. You can see this. Keep this in your mind. This is very important when we draw the ray diagram, right. First we will consider concave mirror. We will consider concave mirror to draw the ray diagrams, right. Here you have a concave mirror. When we draw the ray diagram for a curved mirror, right, normally we consider axis, y-axis and the x-axis, right, to draw the ray diagram, because this is geometrical optics, right. Here we are going to consider geometry to draw the ray diagrams, right. here we are going to after drawing the axis, we are going to draw the the ray diagram, right? For this, I am going to show you that I have been chosen concave mirror, right? To show that, I'll show just the mirror here. Right now, I have center of curvature here and the focus here, right? Because I am selecting the front side of the mirror as this, right? At the back side of the mirror, no focus and the center of curvature is going to be there for the concave mirror. Okay. Now, I am going to draw you. I am going to show you some basic ray diagrams that you should know, right? Before you draw ray diagrams in concave mirror, right? The first basic ray diagram, the first basic concept that you should know is the ray which is coming parallel to the principal axis. A light ray which is coming parallel to the principal axis, right, and nearby the principal axis, not far away from the principal axis, which is coming nearby the principal axis at the same time, right, which is coming parallel to the principal axis, always goes through the focus, right? That is the arrangement of the focus, right? Always goes through the focus. The second ray diagram, the basic ray diagram for concave mirror, I take this as center of curvature and the focus, right? You should know the light has a character, right? If you send the light, right, if you return the light, right, of the path of the light which has been traveled, right, the light will travel in the same path again, right? For an example, if you see this, here the path of the light is this. After the reflection, it goes through the focus. Now, if you return it back, right, it always goes like this, and after the reflection, it will select the same path which has been traveled earlier, right? The same line it will travel. That is the character of a light, right? A light rays, right? Light rays always travels like this. Okay. Therefore, if you consider a light ray which is coming through the focus, right? Then it should always go parallel to the principal axis. The ray which is coming parallel to the principal axis goes through the focus. Here the ray which is coming through the focus is going to go parallel to the principal axis. This is your second ray diagram, the second basic ray diagram that you should know to draw a ray diagram. Okay, I'll show you why we are try to understand these three basic ray diagrams, right? I'll show you. Now you have another ray diagram which is basic ray diagram, right? Which is the ray which is coming through the center of curvature, right? The ray which is coming through the center of curvature. Now the ray is coming through the center of curvature, always return back in the same line, right? The ray which is coming through the center of curvature always return back through the same line, right? These are the three basic ray diagram that you should know when you consider your concave mirror, right? Now we'll consider the same three basic ray diagram for the convex mirror, right? 1, two right, three ray diagrams. Now you know that if you take the front side of the mirror as this, right, you know the center of curvature always will be at the back of the mirror, right? Then the focus is going to be here, center of curvature and focus, center of curvature and focus. Be careful when you draw this, right? If you take center of curvature from the pole as 4 centimeters, then the distance between the pole and the focus should be 2 centimeters, right? It should be at the middle of the middle of this distance, right? Now the ray which is coming parallel to the principal axis as this, right? Here the focus is at the behind of the mirror, right? Therefore this ray cannot penetrate the mirror, because mercury has been applied. Then it's going to reflect, but when it reflect, it reflect like going from the focus, right? After the reflection, right, it will appear this ray is like coming from the focus. Okay, therefore this is going to be the first ray diagram, the basic ray diagram for convex mirror, right? The second ray diagram, the same as the ray which is coming towards the focus, right? It's going to go parallel to the principal axis after the reflection, the same as like this, right? The returning process. The third one, the ray which is coming towards the center of curvature. The ray which is coming towards the center of curvature is going to reflect in the same line, right? These are the three ray diagrams, basic ray diagrams that you should know. Okay, why we are drawing this basic ray diagrams, right? Keep this in your mind, because to obtain an image, right? To obtain an image, we require at least two straight lines, right? How I show you, right? You need two straight lines to get the position of the image, right? Therefore we require at least two ray diagrams to the path of the rays, right, to obtain that one single point, right? But here we have three ray diagrams, basic ray diagrams, right? The basic three pathways of the or the behavior of three types of rays, right? Using these three, we are going to obtain the image in the curved mirror. Okay, now we move to the ray diagrams in curved mirror. Ray diagrams in the curved mirror, right? We'll select the concave mirror, right? Take your notebook and put concave mirror, and we are going to draw this. I'll show you. This is a concave mirror. Center of curvature is going to be here. If you take this length as a distance, right, half of that distance is going to be at the half of the distance, the focus is going to be there, right? Now we are going to consider the image for different places, right? For different places in front of the concave mirror. The first place that we are going to consider when the object is in the infinity. Infinity means some. Now I have the mirror here, and the object is very far away from the mirror. Very far away means which is very far away, right? Now if you consider the center of curvature, the distance between the pole and the center of curvature is 10 centimeter or 20 centimeter, right? If you consider 5 meter, 10 meter distance, right, that is going to be very far away from the mirror, because considering with 10 centimeters and 20 centimeters, 500 centimeters and 1000 centimeters are going to be very far away, right? Then you just think about an object which is at 5 meter or 10 meters from you, right? You just look around you, right, and just think an object which is in 5 meter or 3 meters, 7 meters, 9 meters, 10 meters, in that distance, right? That object is going to be considered as an object which is in the infinity, right? Now that is the first place that we are going to consider. The second place that we are going to keep the object is beyond the sea, somewhere here. We are going to keep the object somewhere here, beyond sea, right? The third place that we are going to consider, right, by taking this object to C. The fourth place in between C and F. The fifth place at F. Sixth place inside the F. How the image is going to be formed, right? When we consider the image, we are going to consider four types of characters of the image. Four characters that we are going to consider. The first character is the size. Right? What is the size of the image? The formed image, the size of the image is going to be what compared with the object. Right? Sometimes the size can be enlarged. Right? When you consider with the or the magnified, enlarged or magnified, when you consider with the object, right? Or the image size, right, can be diminished. Diminished means it is smaller than the object, right? It can be diminished, right? These two characters are going to be considered when we considering the size. The second one is appearance, right? Sometimes this image, right, can be formed vertically upright, right? Upright means the image can be formed like the object, right? It's upright. When you look at the mirror, you are in the same manner, right? You are upright. Or can be vertically inverted. Inverted means you will look at your image by vertically inverted, right, at the other side, right? That is the appearance. Third, type of the image. Type of the image. The type of the image, there are two types of images. One type is real image, right? Real image mean by real rays, right? The real rays, if you obtain an image, that image is known as a real image, right? If you obtain an image by real rays, right, that is going to be real image, right? If you are trying to obtain an image, right, which is cannot be obtained by real rays, but you are considering some lines to obtain that that image, then that image is known as virtual image. Virtual image, right? That is the type, right? It can be real image or virtual image. The third character that we are going to consider here is place. where we are obtaining the image, right? You can realize, you can easily understand when we draw the ray diagram, right? What are these characters? Okay, now we'll start to draw the ray diagram. The first ray diagram, the object which is in the infinity. The first one is object which is in the infinity. Now think the rays which is coming from the infinity object. Always that we are considering, we need two rays, right? Always we need two rays. Another thing I am going to I want to introduce you another the component or part of the part of the structure, right, which is known as focal plane. Focal plane, right? The focal plane means if you draw a plane means a plane, right, perpendicular to the principal axis, at the same time going through the focus, right? You can consider perpendicular planes in all the places, right? This focal plane will be there, right, at the focus, right, which is perpendicular to the principal axis, right? This is known as focal plane, right? Keep this in your mind. Now the rays which is coming from the infinity object, we always consider the rays which is coming from the infinity object as the rays which are parallel to each other, right? We consider always the rays which are coming from the infinity object, right, is going to travel having a parallel relationship or parallel beam, right, which is coming from the infinity object, right? We don't need several rays to obtain the image. We need only two rays to obtain the image, right? The rays which are coming parallel to each other, right, is always after the reflection, right, going to move from a point through a point, right, through a point which is there in the principal axis, right? After the reflection, it will goes through a point which is in the principal focal plane, right? This point, at this point, if you keep the screen, right, you will obtain a small, very diminished image of the object that we are observing in infinity. If you are observing a tree at very far away from me, right, that is going to be observed as a very small image, right, like a very small image in the screen, right? The character of that image, right, the first character of the image, the size is going to be diminished, right, smaller than the object. The second character of this, right, the appearance, always the image is going to be vertically inverted, right? It's going to be vertically inverted. Third the third character, here you have the rays, the real rays which is coming from the object. The real rays, after the reflection by the real rays, you are obtaining this image, right, by keeping a screen or something. Okay, now this observation itself says us, right, here we have formed a real image, right? Therefore the image is going to be real, right, real image. Fourth character, where we are obtaining it, right, at the point of focal plane, at a point, right, of focal plane, right? These are the characters of the image which is formed in this occasion. That is the first situation. Okay. Now we will move to our second situation. The second situation, we consider the center of curvature here, the focus here. The second situation, the object is beyond C, right? Just after the C, right? If C is 50 centimeter, right? Then this is 55, 60, 70, 75 centimeters, right? Just after the C, right? The ray which is we need now two rays, right? From the rays, the numerous infinite number of rays which is going from the head of this object. We'll consider the head of this object and we'll take only two rays which we know, right, how it going to behave after the reflection in the plane mirror, in the concave mirror, right? We need three rays. We know, right, about three rays how it's going to react after the reflection. The first ray, the ray which is going parallel to the principal axis, always goes through the focus, right? The second second ray, the ray which is going through the focus will always goes parallel to the principal axis. The third ray, the ray which is going through the center of curvature, will return back in the same line, right? I select the first two rays, right? The ray which is going parallel to the principal axis goes through the focus. The ray which is coming through the focus, right, goes parallel to the principal axis. Now the image is going to be formed somewhere here, right? The place where the rays joining together after the reflection, right? If you keep a screen here, you can obtain this image, the image of this object at this point, right? Now we can consider the characters of this image. The first character, size, is diminished. The second character, that is real or virtual. No, the appearance. Appearance is this is the original position of the object, but you can see the image right in front of the mirror somewhere here, which is vertically upright. Sorry, vertically inverted. Right? Then this is going to be vertically inverted. And the third character, real or virtual. Now these rays are real rays after the reflection. Right? After the reflection, the real rays are going to form this image, right? Therefore, this is going to be real image, no imagination, right? The fourth character is where we are obtaining the image, right? Where we are obtaining this, in between C and F, in between C and F, the focus, center of curvature and the focus, right? These are the characters of the image which is formed when we keep the object beyond C, right? Now we'll think about the third ray diagram. The third ray diagram. Right? This is the center of curvature and the focus. Where we are going to keep the object here is at the center of curvature. Right? The ray which is coming parallel to the principal axis is going to move through the focus. The ray which is coming through the focus, right, through the focus is going to move parallel to the principal axis, right? Coming parallel to the principal axis is going to move through the focus. coming through the focus is going to go parallel to the principal axis. The image which is going to which is formed here will be at the C itself, right? Then the characters of image, the first character, size, same size is going to be observed. The second, appearance, vertically inverted. The third, real or virtual, that is going to be real, right? By the real rays we are obtaining this image, therefore it's real. The fourth, we are obtaining it at C, at the center of curvature, right? Therefore this is the characteristics of the image which has been formed when we keep the object at C. Okay students, now there are another three places that can be considered different, which are going to form different types of images, right? The first place in between C and F, second place is going to be at the F, right? The third one is in between F and pole, right? I'll give you as a homework, right, or your work, right, to draw that ray diagram. Draw yourself and go through your book, right, and see whether your drawing and the drawing which is in your book are the same, right? If both are not same, right, please correct it and send it to me to my personal WhatsApp number, right? And this is the the image formed in the curved mirror, concave mirror, right? And for the convex mirror, we consider the ray diagram in the convex mirror. This is going to be always, right, going to show you only a single type of image formation, right? Center of curvature here, we have a field, right? You are going to keep the object here to obtain the image. Therefore, right, no focus here, no center of curvature here, then no different places. Only one place, all the places are going to be similar, right? Now if you draw the ray diagram, the ray which is coming parallel to the principal axis, it's appear like going from the focus, the first ray diagram. The second ray diagram is the ray which is coming towards the focus, right? Towards the focus, this is towards the focus, right? Going to move in this way. Okay. Now think about the reflected rays. This reflected ray is going in this way. This reflected ray is going in this way. These two rays are going like this, right? Therefore, these two are not going to meet at this side. Now we are going to consider, we are going to image, right? We can join these two lines, not in that side, right, but in this side, right? Then we can consider an image somewhere here, which can be seen through the mirror, right, which cannot be get in the screen, because we can't keep the screen behind the mirror. At the same time, no real rays are coming here, right? then the characteristics of the image which is formed here, the first character, size, always diminished. The second character, right, the appearance, vertically upright, right. The third character, real or virtual, that is going to be virtual image, right, because we can't get this in the screen. We can see through the mirror itself. The fourth character, where we are getting it in between pole and focus, right. This is the image formed in the convex mirror. Okay, students, now you have the uses of convex mirror and the concave mirror, right. Go through your book and find the uses of those two mirrors and write it and send it to me. Okay, that is your second work that I am giving to you. Right. The third, the next thing that you should know is, now you know, if you have a curved mirror like this, it is concave, right. The rays, I forgot, this should be explained at the beginning. I forgot to explain you, right. Look at this. The rays which are coming parallel to the principal axis. We'll take this as the principal axis. What is going to happen? It's going to move through the focus, right. Several rays that we are considering here are going to move through the focus, right. Don't look at here, look at this. The rays which came parallel to the principal axis or parallel, right, has been converged, focused, converged, right, towards a point, right. Therefore, this mirror has an ability of converging, right. Therefore, we are calling this mirror as converging mirror, right, converging mirror, right. If you look at the convex mirror, the focus is going to be here. The rays which are coming parallel to the principal axis are going to move like going from the focus. Now don't look at there, look at here. The rays which are coming parallel has been diverged, right, diverged, spread, diverged, right, and it has been sent, right. Therefore, this mirror is known as the divergent mirror, right. Another name that can be given to this mirror is, this is a divergent mirror, right. This is converging mirror, this is diverging mirror, right. Another name, right. This name can be seen in the past paper, in the MCQ. They will give you in the answer, not giving the convex mirror, right. They will tell you the diverging mirror. Then you should know they are talking about the convex mirror, right. That's it for this video. Then we have been completed the reflection in the geometrical optics. The next part that we have is refraction. Inshallah, we'll see that in the next video. Jazakumullah khair. Barakallahu fikum.